Sorry about that. Hey guys, DPAL3543 here. Welcome back to Trick and Treat. Apparently, it says right there, Trick and Treat. I'm going to keep calling it Trick or Treat because that's what I know it as. Also, I'm pretty sure these aren't native English speakers, so who made the game, so I can't complain. Alright, let's get back to it. Do you not understand, stupid human? Definitely, I don't like this girl. I'm only trying to protect you. Well, you sure did do a great job of that. Words take me by surprise. Yeah? Kinda figured, though. Huh? I exclaimed, incredulous. You attacked me and attacked my friends, only to protect us? Yes. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, if you look at it from a Star Wars perspective, like, both canon and legends, the Empire did what it did. Darth Sidious, aka Palpatine, did what they did in order to protect the galaxy from an upcoming threat from outside of the galaxy, or at least from the unknown regions of the galaxy. If you guys have seen the cartoon Star Wars Rebels, for those of you who are new fans of Star Wars, if you remember from the Star Wars cartoon Rebels, you were introduced to Thrawn, whose species, you don't know much about his species, but we do know his species in canon, is at war with some unknown enemy and came to the Empire seeking aid in exchange for service. In Legends, it was basically the same thing. Thrawn went to the Empire to offer service in exchange for protection from the enemy. So, yes, she simply replied. At the same time, she nods, filled with pride and confidence. Why ain't you so proud and confident? That's it. I'm getting out of here. I cannot believe how arrogant and self-centered this girl. After everything she did to me and my friend, I can't stand her any longer. Wait! I'd only taken a few steps when I heard her calling. She sounds really worried. Yeah, I'm being weird. Deal with it. You don't understand the real danger you're in here. I stopped in my tracks as soon as I knew. Real danger? I whispered, feeling some doubts. Suddenly I shouted. It doesn't look like she's lying. But you didn't turn around. How would you know? Yes, I have to chase them away using illusions. Other times, I hit them with my powers. As a last resort, I scared them directly, as it was in your case. Ashley confessed, blushing a little as if she felt embarrassed. And why do you do that? I asked, confused. Something isn't right. Ashley stares at me with her red eyes. Someone's trying to mess with me. Sorry, I might be looking at my phone frequently. I'm working on getting stuff to help me finish school, but that's not important right now. Okay. If they continue with their curiosity, they will meet an evil entity who will take their life. What you say doesn't sound very convincing. I immediately interrupted. The only evil entity here is you. Actually shakes her head. I am the good one. Then she said, looking into my eyes with the pure innocence. I could only laugh at that comment. It had to be a joke. After doing all that you say you're good, all that, you say you're good? Don't laugh. I'm only trying to protect you, replied Ashley, furious while waving her arms. Don't laugh at me. She then crosses her arms and gives me an unpleased look. Am I supposed to care? You expect me to believe that? I replied sarcastically. What she said made no sense, but somehow she seemed oddly convinced it was the truth. She was surely a bit wrong in the head. You just watched her turn into a cat. You're saying she's insane. I must question your thought process here, Axel. But it's true. You have to believe me. This time she sounds really worried about me. I actually feel a little sorry for her. Make up your mind! Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I don't care for that. She has a very arrogant face, as if that was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? Dr. Strange. I asked distrustfully, but after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Well, it'd help if she blushed or something. Look at that emotionless face right there. Ashley nods full of confidence. I don't see confidence. I see just, yeah. Oh, see, no, that's shy. No, we just need to blush. There we go. I promise you. I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, why do you want me to hold your hand? I ask at the same time extending. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised at hearing the question. Then she stares at me with annoyance. Ah, see, there we go. That's. Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest, she said just as she takes my hand in one quick. And then find myself being dragged by the strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes. I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about who she was. Melodious, you said? Melodious, you said? Was it Bloom Diva? Was it Bloom Prima? Was it maybe Schuberta? Or maybe was it Canet? Or maybe Tam Tam? Or maybe I could go on about this thing. I'm not going to. I've already won that out. I got your Melodious right here. I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about who she was. It is. You ignore that voice. It charms men to make them her victim. Think of it as a sign. So she sleeps with them. Oh wait, no, that's succubus. Never mind. Ashley explained in bad mood. Their eyes always looked. It seemed she didn't get along well with whoever that person or entity was. Wouldn't you be the one who collects souls of food? I asked without thinking. I seriously need more experience with dealing with a girl. Or with a cat person. And question, does she count or qualify as a furry? I hope not. I don't want to be seen anywhere near a furry. Jesus. If only I were more popular, I don't think she'd know who you were. Ashley stops suddenly. She then turns at me, showing me a furious face. You idiot! I already said I'm the good one. For a moment, I thought she was going to hit me on the head. Well, you deserve it, Axel. But fortunately, she stopped before doing so, or biting me again. Okay, I meekly responded as if I were a scolded child. But if you eat me, I will make sure to give you the worst indigestion in your life. You idiot, I don't eat you, replied Ashley, ending with an arrogant snort. 3:11 a.m. Ha! Here. Several minutes had passed since I started to walk in with Ashley. At the beginning, I did not trust her at all, but the more time passed, the easier it was to believe her. I hadn't noticed before how comfortable her hand is. Soft, pleasant to touch. Axel, don't you dare start falling for her. You're a douche. You don't deserve her. I blush just thinking about it. Even if she is a witch, she's a girl too, right? I wouldn't go into that tricky territory. But remember, we don't know if she's a cat that can turn into a girl or a girl that turns into a cat. You gotta figure major life decisions out, man. Come on, get your head in the game, bro. And I sighed. Come on, Axel. Composure. Exactly. With every step, the curse of the forest seemed to weaken. The atmosphere was less oppressive every minute until, finally, I was able to forget about that unpleasant feeling. Before I noticed, the darkness had returned to normal, feeling only empty. The rotten smell also had disappeared without a trace. Now I could really say I was in a common, ordinary forest. But I could not be more grateful for that. Just a little more to get out, so let's keep moving. Then I set my sight on the back of Ashley, watching her walk in silence. She was completely focused on a simple thing. If you're the witch from the legend, why are you helping me? I suddenly asked, not thinking twice before. I was really intrigued by that. You should really start thinking about before you open your mouth. You're a teenager. Teenager. Ashley stops and turns, looking at me with an angry face. Idiot! Do you really think that all witches are evil? She was right. The general image of witches is not good. But it's not as if stereotypes are truthful. I was once taught by a teacher that all stereotypes are based in some truth, like legends. They're based in some truth. No, not all stereotypes are completely truthful, but there is truth to them. Then she closes her eyes, making an annoyed face. Sometimes, anyway. It's true that I had supernatural powers, but I never used them to do harm. Ashley lowers her sight and pauses. Suddenly she looks sad. My only sin was to be born in the time of witch hunt. That's why I was condemned. That explains it well. Huh? No. Don't call me. I don't care. That explains it well. I feel that I can trust she's good. Really, that is what makes me. Actually, you're either gullible, naive, or both. I don't trust her still. But there's still one more question. How did you end up becoming a cat? Ashley immediately blushes. She was so embarrassed that it was almost adorable. Pigeon. Before my execution, there was a cat watching in the distance. So I decided to transfer my soul to it. She explained, avoiding looking into my eyes. Of course, we now share the body. Of course, As we now share the body, we have like a deal. The cat will be happy as long as it has something to sleep. I try to provide it with all of those needs. In return, she lets me stay in her body. As she talks, she is blushing shyly. Why are you shy about that? I see. I think it's a fair deal. Yeah? I replied with a sincere smile. The truth is that I found it a little funny. It turns out that she's both a girl and a cat. That answers some questions. Yeah, fair enough. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple times. When she wants to, she can be very cute. Too bad that happens so rarely. Not saying more, Ashley continues walking to the exit. This time I stay in silence. All that remains for me to do is escape from this. What about your friends? You douche! You have friends in the forest who are stuck. 3:15 a.m. Now, a whole 4 minutes later. Well, here we are, Ashley said just a few minutes after we talked. She isn't lying. I can see the end of the forest in the distance. I had to contain my desire to scream with joy at that moment. There must be 2 other humans close here. Your friends. Go with them and return home. I hope that nobody else comes to them. Ashley said, giving me a subtle farewell. Strangely, she does not let go of my hand. She looks deep into my eyes. Amazed, I notice the gentleness that reflects in them. Can you make me a promise? She suddenly said with an honest voice. It was no joke. What is it? I asked, full of curiosity. I don't know what I could do for her, but after helping me to escape, I think that she deserves me to hear her request. That is fair. So, what we're gonna do, let me get this straight. You mount in his face, and he passed out. You managed to lead his friends out, and then go back for him and get hurt. But why did you leave his unconscious body there? Why did his friends leave his unconscious body there? Who the hell is the bigger douche here? I need to know. Alright. I honestly... Wait, guys, let me know down in the comments below who you think the biggest douche out of the 3 is. Because this is not out of the 4 is, because this is not okay. Anyway. End of this legend. She then murmured, with an air of sadness. I can't understand why she asked for something like this. I want you to help me to keep people away. The legend only attracts more people, as in your case. I need to kill it, replacing the supernatural danger with a human danger? So you want to scare them with ordinary dangers as thieves or ferocious animals? On second, there is logic in what you ask. If you remove the element of magic, and only leave the danger, exploring the forest is not worth the risk. Axel, my friend, you do not know humans very well. And since I assume this takes place in America, you don't know your fellow Americans very well. Depending on what year this takes place, Steve Irwin might still be alive. He'd probably come looking and like, oh look, it's a dangerous voice. I'ma touch it. Ashley nods and then looks into my eyes, blushing. Yes, exactly. What happens to you? She said, pleased. Okay, I'll do it. You can rely on me. I responded with determination. I wanted her to know how serious I was. That it was not a promise I would forget as soon as I got out of the forest. Thank you. Then she closes her eyes momentarily, lays her chest with pride. You aren't as stupid as I thought. I should have expected something like that. Hey, I told you not to talk ill of someone when they're right in front of you. I complained. This girl, simply will never change. After seeing my reaction, Ashley cannot help but laugh. I'm sorry. It's the first time I've seen her so happy. That made me blush. Ashley looked unexpectedly adorable at that. God damn. My heart was nervously beating as if I was with a normal girl. Suddenly she stares at me and gets so close her face is less than an inch from mine. Again, she demonstrates not only not knowing what personal space, but this time I don't know whether to be angry or thankful. Having her so close, beautiful girl, makes me very nervous. This is farewell, she suddenly said. She then brings her lips to my cheek and gives me a tender kiss. Everything becomes white in that. Everything loses its color. Everything is gone. Everything. 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 Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. 3:18 a.m. Well, I'm outside of the forest. I have no idea I have no idea of how I made it here, but this is no illusion. I'm bewildered, as if I had been sleeping. Oh, which one is it? Axel! Axel! I did both! Suddenly, I hear someone calling my name. But it's not any strange voice. It's the voices of my friends who are looking for me. Hey! Over here! I shout without a second of hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness because of my confusion. Soon they found me and impatiently run toward me. Where were you? This worry was killing us, Stephen said with a face that I don't remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. Within the forest, I couldn't find the exit. Alfred was about to say something, but before that I interrupted. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just lost. The important thing is that we are all safe. Yes, you're right. Hey, don't you feel that we are forgetting something? Alfred murmured at the same time he lowers his sight. Suddenly, a blurry image appears in my mind. It was the white and bright, but I can't remember. However, that weak memory awakes a strange feeling of nostalgia. It was as if I had lost something. What could it be? Anyway, we should go home. This has gone too far for a test of courage. I said with no intention of spending one more minute in this forest. They both agree with me. With nothing else to say, we can only return home. By the way, guys, we should write on that page not to go to the forest. Forget about the witches. Somebody might get lost in there as it happened to me. It was a miracle that I came out alive with that beast. Before knowing it, my lips. Why did I say that? I have no idea, but something inside inspired me to do so. To be honest, I have no memory of the beast I speak of. All I can remember is that it has red eyes and white fur, but nothing more. Then I remember something. I think it was a promise I made to. Wait, to whom had I made that promise? I think about it for a moment in silence, and in the end, I can't remember a thing. No matter. All I know is that I got out and will never come back here again. Okay, so to start, those two options that I decided not to kill the cat and help the cat, I believe that those options would have, the opposite decision would have ended in either way. If I chose to leave the cat, either Axel would follow the voice and be caught and killed, or whatever that evil entity does, or the cat will wake up and save him before he reaches the voice, and we will see the same events unfold, just with more aggression coming from Ashley. But if I killed the cat, Axel would most likely ultimately end up in the voice and die, unless there was more choices. As for the gameplay, the story was okay. The story was okay. I mean, for non-English speakers, they did pretty well with their English. A little rusty, but it was kind of just, I couldn't get attached to this story, if that makes sense. Like, some parts of it were good, some of it was like, you know, like, I did enjoy the mystery and the setting the feel of the story. That was pretty good. My biggest problem is kind of that the whole interaction with Ashley and Axel. First off, as I proclaimed several times throughout this whole video, Axel's a douche. he's he's just a downright. Yeah, that's horrible. That's just horrible. I hope he gets beat up in an alley somewhere. No, just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, no, he's he's not a cool guy. But my biggest issue was that whole kind of romance they started building up there. First off, I wish they'd played out the story longer and really built up that romance, because they could have done that. Like, maybe go back, give you the option to maybe try to help her fight off this evil entity so she can leave the forest, or something, instead of just living there all alone forever. Um, but I also feel that the romance was definitely forced. Like, they only interacted for 15 minutes to a half hour, and most of that interaction was hostility towards each other. So I don't see how that could have led to such a strong romance as they seem to have built up towards the end there. And it's like, I just find all of this. I mean, the story's good. The story's really good. I just find it hard to latch on to it like I have with other stories that I have read throughout my life. But that's perfectly fine. I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed it. If you guys want to check it out for yourselves, like I said in the first episode, it is completely free on Steam. You can find it in point-and-click adventure games. That's how I found it anyway. Remember, it's trick and treat. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like if you want to see more videos like this. Or if you want to catch up on my Yu-Gi-Oh videos, hit that subscribe button and slap that notification bell so you can be informed every time I upload. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!